see the whole old town here in front of us. The Cathedral Tower where we were up earlier. Friendly.
I'm 1.5% of the metal.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. Look there. No, don't do that. Whoosh. So the bonus for walking around a lot looks like this. I think pretty good. Beautiful. Have some shrimp, some squid, and if you're really going all in with cooking, you can get a lobster. In today's video, I'm gonna show you one city I've visited so many times and I love to come here all the time. And the city is, of course, Trogir, which is located roughly 26 kilometers north of Split. It's in itself, of course, a popular holiday town, but it's also a very, very popular destination for day trips. We are standing on the middle part of Trogir, which is the island, which is the UNESCO protected area. And that's, of course, why it's very popular. And we are standing at the gate. We are standing in front here is the North Gate. Today, we are, of course, going to explore the old town. We're also going to look what's around Trogir, so that basically you know how it is to visit Trogir on a day trip, but also how Trogir is if you decide to spend a week's holiday here. So let's go into the old town and have a look. And Trogir has a very long history. It was actually founded probably in the 3rd century BC by the Greeks. It was called Trogirium at that time. And most probably the first settlement was here on the island where we are now walking now. The Romans were here, who put their, what to say, fingerprint on the town. And later again, it was influenced a lot by the times where the Venetians was here. But other periods, of course, it shared the same history like many other parts of the Dalmatian city here in the area. You know, there was lots of different rulers here over the time. I'm not sure how many museums, but I would guess there's at least a handful, if not more, you can visit. And there's a lot of churches here in the old town. I think it's the highest density of churches anywhere. There's around 10 on a very small area. The old town, the UNESCO protected part, is actually only 0.15 square kilometers, something like that. So 400 or 500 meters long. I don't know how wide, maybe 200, 250 meters, something in that direction. Now we are coming up to the main square, square of Ivana Pavlova, and we're gonna visit some of the stuff here. One goal we have is to get to the top here. I'm not too friendly of heights, but they redid the stair some years ago, so I think I'm gonna give it a shot. So let's see if we can get up there. Let's see here. So we need help to find the ticket office. Where is that? Let's see here, ticket office. Cathedral is one here. So it's over on this side, must be the ticket office. Yep, yeah. So here's the prices. Cathedral, €6. Baptistry, €2. The bell tower where we're gonna go is €5. And then you have a few other things. Complete price list. I got the tickets. We just bought the ticket for the bell tower. But there's actually 6 locations where you would have to pay an entrance ticket, entrance to get in. But we're gonna stick to the bell tower because filming inside with the camera is not so great. So we also, I don't want to show you everything, so I'm gonna leave you something you can explore on your own. But definitely the bell tower. We need to go and see that one. We're gonna climb 47 meters. So let's see if we're gonna be alive when we get up there. We're gonna give it a go. Oi, oi, oi. This is a bit narrow. Wow. I almost got dizzy from all the circling around, you know. Whoosh. No, you can't. Whoosh. Yeah, but up there it's not so much circling. Well, we made it to the first level. Man, I'm still dizzy. We still have 35 meters to go. Whoosh. Look there. Oh. Be careful. Hui. I'm not super comfortable with that hole in the middle, to be honest. Not super comfortable with that. Hope the iron here is in a good condition, you know.
600 years old.
Yes, well, that's not comforting, I would say. One of the reasons I wanted to get up here was, of course, because I wanted to show you Trogir from up, but also that you get the feel now we are on the island. So Trogir is very special in the sense there's a mainland part, there's the island, which is the UNESCO protected part, where we're standing now, and there's a part of Trogir which is located on island Geo. So of course, as we're on an island, there's bridge on both sides. And if we look to this side, and we look out here where there's no net, out here at the end we have Split. This is the new bridge they built so that people can easier get to the island without having to go through Trogir. And the airport is just out here, so. And still I don't like this hole in the middle. And now we are looking towards the mainland. So now we are looking towards the western end of the old town. This is basically the main part of it, what we see now. See all the roofs. And maybe out in the corner we see the Fortress Kamerlengo, which we are also going to visit. If we manage to get down again. I'm not sure about that. Hui, hui, hui. Well, no, don't do that. Whoosh. If you're not into heights like me, you can do this, but it's not going to be your most comfortable experience, I can tell you that. So this one was actually, the Split one was a piece of cake, the Split Cathedral when we crawled that one, and also the Sada one, really piece of cake compared to this. The Cortula one, when we did that one, was also a bit scary, but I think this one beat all of them for me. Anybody coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, we will wait. Because I don't think there's room for both directions.
Not really, no.
Thank you. You're welcome. Cathedral itself, now we're not going to go in, but you can see lots of people are waiting here. It's a very popular space, so when you're in Trogir you should maybe buy one of the packages. I'm going to put all the information on my website. There's 6 different packages, you know, you could buy. So if you want to visit 2 things, you can buy one package. If you want to visit 3 things, another package, which makes it a little bit cheaper than if you would do each thing individually. But let's see if we can get ourselves out of here. So let's continue around the main square here. The next remarkable building we have here is the Rector's Palace, or today it's the Town Hall. And I can't recall when it was built, if it was the 19th or 18th century or something. Let's just have a look. The ground floor is said to be built in the 15th century, and it was reconstructed here in the 19th century.
This building?
And I don't know how it is with getting in there, but there's a yard in the middle of it. I think actually from the footage from upstairs, which we took from the cathedral, you can actually see the yard, but it seems you can't get in there. The museum here, where we already went in when we had to buy the ticket. And now we're going to go up and sit up here. This is the city loggia. So you see everybody sitting at the coffee bar having a drink. We're just going to go up here. And enjoy everything sitting here. So you have a fantastic view here. And look at the ceiling, how they made it. Fantastic. Really nice. I think you get a clear feel from the footage. It's really a well-visited town. I'm pretty sure that half of the people here are not on holiday here, they're just on a day trip. No, I think you have 10,000 people living in Trogir, and with in the municipality maybe 13,000, but due to having the Trogir Island and the cities which melt together with Trogir on the mainland, you probably, you know, in the main summer when you have all the apartments occupied, you maybe have 50,000 people, I would guess, in the area. So you can imagine with this small old town, you can easily fill it up if everybody wants to go over here. Now we're going down one of the main streets, which goes from the north gate, the land gate where we entered, and we're gonna end up down at the south gate. Look how nice. Beautiful. So now we come up here on the left. It's a monastery and Saint Nicola. And we're gonna see if we can get in there. Benedict Church and Monastery. Beautiful. Huh? Beautiful. No, and in here there's an you have basically a relief Kairos, which is from Greek. It's believed to be from the 3rd or 4th century. As far as I understood, it was not found here, it was brought here later on. But it's exhibited in here. But as you can see, no cameras or anything, so we can't go in there. So something you will have to explore on your own. But just the courtyard here, really nice. So now we are already out on the south gate. I mean, from the footage, it's probably hard to get a feel, but really a narrow old town, a few hundred meters, maybe 250. I need to measure it exactly. And now we are standing basically, what we have here, the place where you can walk here is the Riva. And this is basically the part which is between the Trogir island and the island of Trogir. And we're just gonna go up in this direction first. And you have city walls next to us. I think they're from the Venetian time. And as you see, if you want to go on excursions, plenty of things are offered down here. Trips to Blue Lagoon, to whatever. This is the old, the bridge which connects Trogir Old Town and the Trogir Island. And this was used to be the only connection to the island years back before they built the new bridge. Today it's way less traffic than we used to have here, so really a good thing. And when you cross the bridge where we just were and you walk to the left, that's where you catch the ferry, the Bura line, which runs in the summer between Split and Trogir. So if you want to go out here and visit Trogir and you're in Split, or or you're in Trogir and wants to visit Split or whatever, one way of traveling between the two cities is to take the Bura line. I think it costs €9 for a ticket. You need to buy the ticket on the boat, and it doesn't run that often, maybe 3-4 times a day during the summer season. But it's a really, really nice sailing trip, so I would definitely recommend you to take this one if you are traveling between these two places. And in addition, I might show you that later, but actually many people wouldn't think that, but there's also a car ferry connection from Trogir. A little bit out to the east end here, there's a small ferry port where you have car ferries going out to Mali and Veli, the very small islands which are not far from here. I think this is pretty cool. You know, how many kids goes to a school like this?
This is school.
I know, yeah. And I think it's so impressive. You went to that school?
Kindergarten, here in the first class, here till the 8th class.
Wow.
Here in grammar, here
up here?
Grammar school.
In the grammar school, impressive.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of the...
I'm 1.5% of domestic
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, but
the original domestic.
Yeah.
I remember when Bee Gees was on top of popularity. When it was Saturday
Night Fever. Yeah, they came here.
And coming my cousin from they live here on the boat when they made it. They live here on the boat till they split. I think they are brothers. Something goes between them.
Yeah.
6 or 7 years they live here practically non-stop on their boat. It was in that moment of time the big yacht, but it was that measure.
Yeah. But still a nice size boat.
At that time it was like on us.
Yeah.
And coming my cousin from United States and said, "Wow, Bee Gees." I said, "So."
Yeah. So what is here? They're here every day.
Later maybe we coming. Yeah. Whoa. David Bowie. I said yes. David Bowie.
Yes. So everybody of these used to come here.
Popular when starting tourism, this mass tourism.
It's too much. Yeah.
People,
No, it must be the most beautiful primary school you can find. Yeah. Well, you learn a lot when you go around, when you meet people which are from the local area. So this was definitely lots of new stuff for me, although I've been here so many times. Now we are out at the the western end of the Old Town Island. And here we, of course, as you can see, we have a fortress, Kamerlengo. I think it's from the 14th century, built by the Venetians. And we're gonna see if we can get in there and maybe get up on the walls, get all the way up on the tower, so we can see Trogir from this side. And you see here, price to enter, €5 for adults, student discount, student half price, kids half price, and if you're a group, there's also a discount. Voila, Bambono. In the middle of everything, it's still not in a fantastic condition, but I know they are doing. I've been out here several times, but there was concerts here, so they're definitely using it for different purposes. So now I think we're gonna take the stair here. And this one, of course, as I said, it's by no means as scary as the one we had in the cathedral. Trogir is not your traditional holiday city if you want to go on a beach holiday, because actually there's not that many beaches in Trogir itself. If you're east of town, there's a city beach, and there's the Pantana beach, I think it's called. That's the only two which are more or less inside the city area of Trogir, but actually you have a lot of beaches. If you go to the west here, out to Szeged, several beaches in this direction, and you have on Island Chio so many beaches, so you just need to, they are not in walking distance if you live in the center of the Trogir, or it takes a little bit longer to walk there, but there's plenty of beaches in the area. But here we have a little bit. Yeah. Then last part of the climb, a stone stair. So we made it to the top. We're now out at the west end, and now we basically see the whole old town here in front of us. The cathedral tower where we were up earlier. And As you can see, if you like to play a little bit of football, this is also possible. Next to a UNESCO town, I don't think there's many places where you get this close playing football next to, or soccer next to a UNESCO site. And here you can see Trogir is also well known for it being a marina city. We have here to the left RCE Marina, which has been there for as long as I can remember. It was definitely here when I moved to Croatia. Quite big marina, you know, of course mainly charter boats out there. And then the newer marina, which you see out there, is Marina Bundic. That one is actually not geographically located in Trogir, but of course everything out there is considered Trogir, although it's Sekedonje out there. Of course, the last part out there with the yellow building with the cranes is the shipyard, which is still operation today. The houses you see on this side over there, they are geographically inside the municipality of Trogir. When you move a little bit further over, it's going to get Okrug Gonje on Chiovo, and when you move out to this direction, it's also the city borders out there, but this part over there is also considered inside the city borders of Trogir. We're going to head to the old town. We have a lot of small streets to explore. So we're just going to go around the fortress. So the monument I wanted to show you was this one, Pavilion, whatever you call it, which is named after the French commander or whatever, Marmont, which also has a street named after him in Split. And this was the story we heard from the local. Basically, people would go here and have their first kiss. It's very popular to do here. So if you happen to find a new what do you call it, partner here, this is the place to go. We just visited Kamerlengo, which was protecting the old town area for anybody coming from into the main channel, so they could shoot them down or whatever they wanted. But of course you have also this small channel here between the mainland and the island, and here you have St.Mark's tower, I think it's called. So if you wanted to drop something in the head of people coming here, it was also possible. St.Mark's tower, yeah, 15th century. So now we're walking at the north side where they have a small parking over here, because I want to take one particular small street back into the old town. Take a short break before we throw ourselves into the small streets of the old town. So the bonus for walking around a lot looks like this. I think pretty good. I'm ready to dig in, I would say. Bon appetit. So we are still on the north side. We just had some lunch before we head into the old town. I just wanted to show you this bridge. So this is a walking bridge which connects the mainland and the island, the old town island, and on the other side you have a parking. And this one was installed, I think, last year. Before that there used to be a wooden bridge, which was also not that old, maybe 10 years old, but somehow the one who constructed the wooden bridge, didn't made it in a way that it could last, so now they put this one. I'm not sure how happy I am with it, but that's, it works. You can get over to the other side. These restaurants on the northern side, of course you don't have the view on with the Riva in front of you, but there's a really good shade over here, so it's actually quite nice when you're sitting down. We start exploring the small streets. So this is the second main street between north and south. See restaurants everywhere. I think you go around here. And then we're gonna head out here again. I don't know if the vibe comes over on the camera, but kind of holiday, holiday, holiday. Now we're back down on the Riva. We saw all the boats here. This is the ones I've also shown you in Split. This is the gullets, the mini cruisers, and apparently this one seems to be a trip which includes bike riding. We also met a lot of them when we were on visiting some of the islands, people riding the bikes around. So really some popular stuff. Let's go out on the main area again. Yeah, and it's not much which is left from the city walls. That was what the guy told me I spoke with, that when the Austria-Hungarian were here, lots of the walls were torn down and they built new stuff. We gotta go back in here and then we're gonna see which small streets we can find going from here on. I see the door. Nobody wanted to, you know, if these were actually not numb that time, dangerous shit. Oh, sorry, wrong word. Hello. Hello, hello. Co-working space. Not working? Yeah, it is. People are in there. Also nicely made here. Wow. Small shops. Here it seems to be a hat shop. No, clothes in general. Oh, jewelries. Another alley down. And of course, rooms, apartments, everywhere around. Then I think we're gonna go up here. So let's go this way. I think this one is is that a hotel? I think so, yeah. Roman house. Ah, yeah, the house is beautiful. Wow. And we have a friendly one. Again here, restaurants. Is that some garden? Some handmade stuff. Ah, now we are back here. San Giovanni, ice creams. Cool. Now we're back on the main square, but we're just going to pass a little bit and then we're going to turn left.
Yeah, I get that.
Wow. Another. Wow, just made so nice. Here, wow. You know, one beats the other. All of them have these fantastic courtyards. Here, another one. You know, with the kitchen inside, you know, wow, fantastic. I remember Trogir was one of the first towns in this area, which made quite strict rules with the signing. Before there used to be all these neon signs and all this stuff, and one year they decided you can only have signs which has a specific design, and also with the colors there's limitation, and then they introduced it here, and now almost any Dalmatian city did the same. So, super narrow one here.
Yes.
Souvenir shop.
Maybe 1 week.
Whoosh. You really have to watch out on the pavement. When it's rainy, on a rainy day, this would be very dangerous. So now we are back in front of us. We have the land gate, the north gate. This is where we started our tour around the old town today. If you're gonna cook, you need some ingredients, and one of the most popular one when you're at the sea is of course fish. So now we're gonna visit the fish market in Trogir. We are not too early here, but you can see there's still a nice selection. So if you're a family of 4, this is the fish you want. I'm not sure what the red one is. Of course, then you have mussels, have some shrimp, some squid, and if you're really going all in with cooking, you can get a lobster. And you see the lady's now cleaning the fish. Actually, she's cleaning the fish. Wow. Which of course makes it easy if you need to cook in the evening. Wow. You don't have to hassle with this, so this is absolutely a place to pick up your fish, you know, for the evening. Yeah, a lot of other fish. Sardella. Yeah. Also lubin. Oh, shrimps. Yeah. A lot of different fish here. But we're a bit too late here, so let's just go over here. So now we're gonna go to the really nice green market here in Trogir, see what we can find here. See, now it's the season, the mandarina just came out. You have pomegranate, you have, what are they called? Figs is also season, you have grapes is season, you have green beans, and tomatoes. Oh, I love that, I love that. Let's go down here, see. Of course, typical stuff you can get most of the year: tomatoes, some paprika, onions, oh, even some chili.
Hello, can I help you? You're welcome.
Thank you. And you have a lot of honey, you have olive oil, you have wine, you have of course different appetites, what do you call it, aperitifs, travarica, slivovic, various liquors, so lots of stuff. Olives, oh, lots of stuff to choose between. Dried figs.
We'd love to, please.
Oh, lots of stuff.
Hello people, some honey for you, olive oil, please.
Oh, looks really nice. We're gonna go up to the other end of the green market. No, so here basically it's around 11 years. The best time, of course, to come here and also to the fish market is early in the morning, because then you have the most selection. But still, it's okay as you see at this time. If you come later in the afternoon, most of it will probably be closed. So make sure to, you know, get out of bed, get the shopping done, and then go to the beach afterwards. And as I mentioned, when we are on the green market, this is here where you find all the souvenir shops. So here you can see what you find. All typical tourist stuff. Cocktails, wish, magnets, swim stuff. It's almost like there's more of this stuff here than there is in Split. Or at least it's a relatively same volume. So if you're staying close to the Trogir center and you want to spend a little bit time where there's shopping, where there's air conditioning, this is the place to go. This is the Marisa shopping mall, which is located, I don't know, 500 meters from the old town. Of course, there's a parking garage below where you can leave your car, which is also a good tip. We did that today because then your car is in shade, which you kind of appreciate if it's 30 plus outside. On the first floor, you have a big grocery store, Plodine, where you can buy food, stuff. And then we're gonna go up on the first floor up here. The main shop is a Müller, where you can buy, you know, toilet stuff, perfumes, and articles in this direction. And then you have a few other shops. Also nothing, you know, out of the ordinary. Regular shops you find everywhere around. Pepco. There's a kick, yeah. And a few clothes shops. So that's basically it. Not much, you know, but still, if you want to hang out a place where you don't have to deal with the sun for a few hours, I think this is good. Of course, there's coffee bars here also, so you can sit and have coffee and this stuff. So now we went out. We are roughly 3 kilometers east of the center of Trogir. Just to show you out here, you actually have shopping options. Now we are standing in front of a Kaufland, big supermarket. So if you're on holiday here, you want to shop, this is one of the options. On the opposite side of the main road we came in on, there's a Lidl supermarket. So this is one of the options. This area here to go out if you need to pick up groceries, you know, for cooking home at the apartment. So I just wanted to show you that. And we of course we're gonna blend in a map in the video, and you will also find more information about where all the shopping places are located around Trogir. Yeah, and you saw from the video we walked in the old town, you saw all the restaurants in there, but I actually wanted to show you also another option, which is a neat place to eat if you're around Trogir. We are now going to the Pantana mill, which is actually a nature, what do you call it, protected nature area. And you see you have lakes, and you have where the mill, probably the mill wheel used to be here. And here you can sit in the nature and eat. And of course, it's not self-service or anything. The small dogs here, you know, are not for. It's not optional for the dinner. They have other things in here. If you go down to the water out here, you also have a beach. Actually, one of the few beaches which are inside the city borders of Trogir. So if you want to move a little bit away from town where it's maybe not so busy and want to go on the beach, you have the Pantana beach out in this area. So that's also something you can do out here. Where we're gonna end the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. We took you around the old town in Trogir. We showed you the Riva. We showed you a few places around Trogir which are helpful if you're staying here for holiday, where you can shop, etc. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please Give it a like, subscribe to our channel to follow all our adventures here in Croatia. Thank you very much. Till the next one.